Kai, I gotta say, I love seeing any female character who knows how to take care of herself. You know, and I think there's even a line in the movie, I think, when you guys are underground and someone's like, hey, are you good over there? And you're like, I'm good. Fine. How important is that to you when you look at the script?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's weird. I still find it weird that it's even a thing. I always take care of myself. I'm all my female friends are the most amazing people I know, and they just happen to be women.
Yeah.
I could never just be the pretty girl next door or the girl that someone's dating. I just couldn't. I find it boring and old-fashioned, and I love female characters like this. And I also think that, you know, to say that you can take care of yourself doesn't mean that you can't be vulnerable at times. You know, you can still have all the emotions and go through things, but I have to portray a strong woman, because I think most of us are now.
Yeah. You know, it's weird in 2015, like, why can't movies be that?
Yeah, why can't it just be...
And this film's great because, you know, you're in the first film, you're the only girl, but in this one there's a lot of great characters.
Yeah,
you know?
a bunch of brilliant women.
Yeah.
And we all kind of work together nicely. A lot of people have sort of said, are you team this or that? And I don't actually think in the movie that we put that across. I think that's something that's come from the books.
Right.
In the movie, we steer clear of that. There is no team Brenda, team Teresa, because it's unnecessary. We're both survivors, just as anyone else is, and we take to Thomas, but in two very different ways, and I like that. I think Wes did a really beautiful job with that.
And Dylan, what's it like for you? You know, with this new cast now, or these new members, so many legendary actors and everything.
Yeah.
Not just to be working with them, but to be the lead in a film like this.
I've never thought about it like that. Now I'm freaking out.
Nice.
No.
See you guys.
Mission accomplished. Okay. No, it's I don't know. It's really cool. I've never thought about it like that, because it just feels like such a family, and this is just so our thing. You know, this has been our world for, you know, a couple of years, and you know, and I've always not only never really felt like that, but I've always kind of even felt like I was kind of late to the game. Like in the first movie, I was like the last one to be cast, you know, last one to get there, you know, and so I mean, it just makes me so incredibly happy to be a part of this incredible group, you know, who've just become my best friends.
It sounds
you know,
cheesy, but like even Wes doesn't treat anyone differently. Even if someone's in for the day, if it's an actor that's in to shoot one scene, they're treated with the same amount of respect and the same focus and the same time.
Yeah, everyone's just people.
There's
everyone's
no
just normal.
platform.
There's no egos. Everyone's down to earth and just good people, you know. And,
you dick.
You know what I'm saying, dude? It's like whatever, you know.
And then how is it with the two, you know, these two generations of actors? Like obviously you guys all get along, but is there, do you find like one works a certain way and then they learn from the others, or is it basically just everyone's kind of on the same page?
It's very cool to see how they all work.
You can mix
you know,
it. As I think like at first we were all a bit nervous about it.
Totally.
Suddenly there'd be these adults on set.
Yeah.
And we were nervous, and we made up for that by like being loud and talking to each other and messing around.
And we admire them too, you know, like.
And we were nervous, and then we heard that they were nervous, and that's why they were being quiet and calm.
When did we hear that?
Do you remember when they were like to us, guys, you need to just sort of calm down a bit, and we're like, oh yeah, and then
you're making the new people uncomfortable.
No,
I'm
not
totally
like uncomfortable, but we were overcompensating for our nerves by trying to be really.
Here's your girl. Hey, love you, I'm Breaking Bad.
But by the end it was like, oh, I can just sit and talk to you, and you're just like us, and every job is the same, no matter if it's last.
Yeah, it was cool to kind of have everyone be there, and you know, Barry, Giancarlo, and this one, like there's just Alan. Like literally, it was so fun because I felt like every week was someone new.
Yeah.
That we would then just have a part of our film who I'm such a fan of, you know, and I would get to like go up to them and, you know, and geek out and literally say like, by the way, I'm such a huge, you know, I'm so glad you're here, you know, thank you so much. You're, you know, I mean, I'm such a fan of all those guys. It's really, it's true, and it's crazy, and it's amazing to have them in our movie, you know.
Yeah, this is a fun movie, guys.
Isn't it?
Yeah, and you have your characters, the two of your characters, like they're the most watchable, fun characters. You know, you're you're a total badass. You're
totally right.
You're a father figure who's also a maniac. You know, perfect kind of combination. This is your 50th year in the business.
50th year.
That is crazy.
It's crazy.
That means you started acting 10 years before you were born.
Yeah, no.
That's impressive.
Thank you so much.
That is really impressive.
God, you're good. Teach me your ways.
How do you still bring the energy and the passion?
You know, I just pick things I like.
Yeah.
You know, I really do. I think I pick things that are interesting that I want to go after. I've been blessed enough to have made it this far, making the right choices. And I choose not to play myself every time.
Right.
I want to play somebody different every single time. So for me, this guy is just a fun character. It's about time. I've been playing those mean guys for a number of years.
And also he runs like 500 miles a day.
Try to stay young.
Nice.
He runs so much.
Yeah.
And does yoga and everything. He's just...
I wanted to be in a big action picture.
Yeah, well, it's got to help too. You know, I feel like a lot of these young adult movies, the grown-ups are standing in rooms with their arms crossed, going, "Go get those kids," you know, and you got to actually be in the middle of everything.
Yeah,
that has to
that's
be a lot of
true.
fun.
It's you know, it's really funny how it all happened. You know, I met with Wes and I wanted to play, you know, a wicked role, and that was really my focus because it had more screen time and I thought it was interesting. I didn't think Jorge was as fleshed out as I wanted him to be. And the more I looked at it, the more I talked to Wes, the more I realized that was the role for me.
Right.
You know, it's time to have some fun. It's time to be someone who is an adult who can lead and guide, but also listen to the young people who are trying to say, "Hey, we should do it this way." And the honoring of that, I find, I got 4 children, so I'm always relearning who I am as a father, as a man, from just my girls.
Right.
And I'm reminded to listen. I'm reminded to pay attention, and this movie had me paying attention. I dig this whole series because I think it has many elements that you're not expecting. You're just not expecting it, and it really is
especially with the onslaught of post-apocalyptic franchises. It's sort of, if it wasn't the most, it's so amazing that it doesn't get lumped in. That's the thing. Like, it totally stands apart.
It's just another one of those.
It could never be because Wes Ball is. You know, I always say that he's a young Steven Spielberg. He makes these epic movies that have a heartbeat, and that's why it could never be just another one of these things.
I know, we hear like
and
Mockingjay, we're all like, no,
and,
no.
Yeah, and we hear all the time. It's like the people are like, I just want. It's not like that, and they are emphatic about saying like it's not. I mean, like I saw Maze Runner and it blew me away. It's a legitimate sci-fi action pick with a heart of gold. And this one is just a huger, larger expansion on that, and it's epic.
Somehow
and it's scary.
simpler and more homegrown. And more
Sure,
truthful.
yeah.
And there's real interactions. I mean, we're all legitimately impressed by one another and love working with one another and open to one another. So we get that magic. And no matter how fantastical the set or the idea or the story, we're able to ground it. And Wes is there to help us ground it.
Right.
Yeah.
I gotta ask, what's that scene where you're running underground with the cranks, and then everything that comes out after that, that is terrifying.
It's
what was
terrifying.
that like to film? Because you filmed with just flashlights,
Terrifying.
right?
Yeah. Well, and the tunnels. That's again Jula Pados, our cinematographer. I looked right in the camera. Jula Pados. He is a genius DP. I mean, we just had every best person of every job, and his work is so phenomenal. I mean, there are these beautiful silhouettes and these beautiful action scenes, and I mean, he made it look more epic, and we were also climbing in harnesses for 2 weeks straight. But the flashlights, that's Wes and Jula totally having a brain baby. It's
no lighting.
And everything's orchestrated by Wes, so the lighting is being held up by Jula, and Wes is okay, so when you turn this way, Dylan will turn his flashlight this way, and then you can flash yours on the wall, and it'll bounce back and hit both of you. I mean, that's we lit it with 2 flashlights, and it's epic.
Guys, this movie looks exhausting.
Yeah.
Watching it is exhausting. What was it like filming, day in and day out those action scenes?
Exhausting.
Exhausting, yeah.
It was quite intense. Every day there was always some physicality to it.
Right.
But I mean, I think we kind of got used to it. I mean, that's what we just expected day to day.
Yeah.
And we're all very willing to put in quite a lot of effort. And that really comes across in the film.
Yeah.
Just, we wanted
definitely.
to show the struggle of these characters going through. I mean, this insane landscape.
Yeah.
It's a tiring thing, and not being able to trust anyone and having enemies surrounding us and not having any idea of really any hope. I mean, that's what we're running on, really. It's just the possibility of finding a new home, a new haven that we can call ours.
Yeah, and we want people to feel, that's a great compliment because that's something we want people to feel. We want people to feel the exhaustion, and we want people to feel the ride, and we want people to be able to understand kind of what we're going through. And so to get you saying that is a compliment towards the film, I think, as well.
Just nonstop, just breakneck action. How much did this feel, this is such a departure from the first film, like how much did it feel, obviously you're same cast, same characters, same director, but how much did it feel like you're on a brand new set, and how much did it feel like you were going back to the
going back to our old characters and people that we've known and have worked with many times, and so that was nice.
Yeah.
But our characters are in a whole different world. I mean, the first film is very much situated really in one location. It's confined to the confines of the maze and the glade. And in this one, it's very open, very expanse. You can see horizons, and you get that feeling of endlessness.
Right.
It becomes very much a movement, a traveling movie. Whereas the first one was not at all. So it's quite a different vibe to it, but still cemented with these same strong characters.
With those characters, you kind of, in the first film, you guys are, what's up. Like, you're each your own little leader of everything, the lead runner and the lead cook and, sort of the second command and everything. What's it like going in the first film from, we know what's going on, to now Thomas is kind of taken over a little bit, to now in this film, you have no idea what's going on. Like, as actors, what's that like for you guys?
Well, it's just an interesting challenge for us because on one hand, like, we've played all our characters before in the first movie, and so it's a little comforting to know that you have all that background knowledge and the history. And for me, when I started this movie, I just felt like, oh, I'm just getting into my old skin a little bit, you know.
Right.
And then as shooting goes on, you're finding out different things about your character. Like this movie, like I try to put in a lot more of the sass of Minho that the fans like from the book, and so hopefully the fans will enjoy that. But yeah, it was interesting to find new things about each character and also what the character would do in a different situation, you know? And so it was challenging and also fun at the same time. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I think it's cool because in Maze Runner, you kind of open up with seeing the world in the glade for the first time. The movie kind of takes place through Thomas's eyes in a bit. In SCORCH Trials, we're all kind of joining into this new beginning. And we're all kind of discovering this new world for the first time as all of us. So. The fans have the opportunity to see the world through multiple characters' eyes and what multiple characters are feeling. And I think just as we mature as actors in the filming process, I think our characters mature as well.
How you guys doing? It's Comic-Con. Are you ready for this? Are you dealing with it? Are you enjoying the experience?
All the above.
Yeah, it's the first time I've ever been to Comic-Con, so.
Really?
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay, now what's been exciting for you that you've seen aside from promoting your own film?
Well, to be honest, I haven't seen an awful lot yet. I just arrived yesterday, and then we've just been bouncing around from interview to interview. But just walking outside for a second along the streets and just picking up the general buzz that's going on, it's kind of mayhem, but it's fantastic.
It's what about you? Have you guys done the Comic-Con thing before?
Yeah, this is my 6th year in a row now.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, so I'm pretty jaded about it. I'm joking.
Well, it's tiring though. It's like
but it's fun.
Walk, but it is a fun experience.
Yeah.
What about you?
It's my second time, but the first time I was here, it wasn't like this. I think it got a little crazier now. So, but it's cool. I'm having fun. We're making the best of it. What's going on?
Sorry, I was wondering.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure we could hear you.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're having a good time.
Go Mets!
Now, how has the experience of Maze Runner coming out and introducing you to this massive fan base, how has that changed your careers and now you're coming back? Are you finding yourself under pressure to meet expectations, fan expectations, or are you just kind of rolling with that?
I think we do a pretty good job of kind of rolling with it. Thanks, buddy. Because what matters to us really is just each other and the work and the fact that we get to do it again, you know, and it's just great. I don't know. We have such a great time doing it. I don't think that any of that ever gets into our head, really, you know. And we also, working together, we lift each other. You know, it's a really good group. Sorry, I got so distracted. Giancarlo Esposito just walked in. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, he's kind of amazing. And you're in a movie with that guy.
What? Wait, what are you talking about?
Giancarlo Esposito?
Yeah.
It's...
Big fan. Holy.
Yep. He's amazing.
Huge.
Oh my
so
God.
sorry to interrupt.
That's insane.
You're amazing.
Dude.
Or throw up.
Use a cup.
Oh no. Oh no. Absolutely, sweetie. Sure thing. Okay. Okay. Tell her. That's my stalker. Her name's Rosa.
Dylan, can you leave a voicemail for my? It's her birthday.
She's so desperate.
Can you?
Sure, sweetie. You didn't even have to knock those over. You could have gone around.
And also Teresa and Claire.
We gotta get good sound on
Wait,
this.
since we're doing this, here's my
Oh,
song.
Lord.
It's okay, we're turning this into a little... Get that out of here. I don't deserve this. Anywhere near me.
Can I hire you to hold
Me?
my mic?
I'd be terrible.
No, you're good at it. You're
Am I?
holding the mic,
I
yes.
feel like I'm a reporter.
You're doing a really. Can you just do the interview? I mean, I'm watching you. You're better. You're good at this.
Go ahead. So, if you could pick a celebrity to go with the maze.
Now, what about?
This has derailed.
It has.
So we're doing you're in a movie.
Yes.
Called Maze Runner.
Yes.
Sequel.
Yeah. Yep.
Where can fans expect to go with this one? I'm not familiar with the books.
Oh, okay.
I know that's shocking.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's right in your demographic.
Yeah. Well, we took some creative liberties, but all the important, popular aspects of the book are in the second movie. So I don't think the fans would be too disappointed because we've taken all those good elements and made them better, and we've tried to work them in artistically so the plot of the movie works. And so I really hope that the fans dig it and like it because we've worked really, really hard on it, and I know Wes has been working on this like ever since we wrapped, and so we had a lot of fun making it, and so we hope the fans enjoy it too. So
Now, here's the deal. A lot of times when movies like this come out, and it's a young cast, but you have these amazing actors that you're working with, and these guys are all.
Oh, you were talking. Okay.
No, I was talking about you.
Right.
Do they feel very lucky to work with you? No, but seriously,
Well, yeah.
this is Patricia Clarkson, all these amazing people.
Yeah.
What is that
She's
like?
amazing.
What do you learn from them, or are they kind of just going in, open up, and hey, we'll do whatever?
It's what's great. What's a trip about working with them is like, they're just normal people. Like Giancarlo. Giancarlo's just the coolest guy in the world, and he's so sweet and like warm-hearted and just like such a bud, and he's so smart too, and just and a great actor. Like he's brilliant, and we're all like huge. We freaked out when Gus Fring was gonna be. We were just freaking out.
Yeah. And
but it's.
He's in a show called Breaking Bad.
And it's.
Have you heard of that show?
No, but
Really?
yeah, but I just love him. I don't know. He plays in a movie. He's Gus Fring. He's my favorite character. I don't know. I'm sorry. But it's just kind of cool, getting to work with these guys who you like, you idolize, and then you're just on set every day with and he's just like one of the guys, It's so cool. I don't know. It's a trip.
I think everyone that's been part of the whole film, both of them, everyone's been cast has been perfect for their character as well. So I mean, to see the cast grow and invite new characters in and fantastic actors that are also perfect for that character, just kind of reignites you as well as an actor, which is lovely.
yeah.
How has that was really good.
Thanks. That should be the interview. That's what we've got to do here.
Yeah, I don't know if we could really
We're gonna
top
be-
that. Can we?
Nah.
No.
Should we head out?